Yo, we're going live in like 2 minutes.
All right, yo. What up, man? It's your main man here, Double H, H to that H, trying to live, trying to exist. Hopefully, we're live, we're living in, man. Hopefully, we're live, we're living in. So, hangout, guys, are we here in the hangout? Let's see who we have here. So, let me pop this open right now, man. So, do we have your boy, Hardcore in the house?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're there, Hardcore. Juju man, you got your boy
Yeah.
Juju man.
What's up?
A present.
Have you got? So I just want to say. So from the live chats, people, can you actually hear us through? Just that's what they can hear us through. So Rahimski, are you there?
I am loud and clear.
All right. And we've got Red.
Yo.
We've got Red. So do we have Saswat?
Yep.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah. So do we have a dude Mane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think so. So we can hear everyone here, and we have our dude here, Mr. Muntaha. Are you here? Muntaha, are you there? Muntaha, are you there? Okay, I'm not sure there's there. And Mr. Abdullahi, are you there?
Yeah, present. I'm there.
All right.
Present.
So, guys, oh yeah, A1 is your mic working there, Mr. Big Man. A1 is your mic working.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, all right.
What's up?
Wow,
We
guys.
We live.
So look, man, this is a whole new thing that we're doing. This is through the power of Discord. Everybody said that, look, man, get Discord. So I was like, you know what? Let's look. Some do just roast that all the messy haters are present. Guys, relax, man, chill. But look, man, this is through the power of Discord. So I thought, you know what? Let's just try out something different, something new, something a bit varied. So I thought, you know what? Let's see how this Discord thing goes, and let's just see how it rolls. So we have a very interesting show on our hands, and this I don't always want to talk about Real Madrid because this is not a Real Madrid YouTube channel, but they have forced my hand. These guys have forced my hand, and I have to pretty much discuss them. So Bale isn't going to be Chinese. It's not going to be Gareth. We all thought it was going to be Gareth Bong. It's not going to be Gareth Bong. It's going to be Bale. It's going to be Gareth Balelismo or whatever is Spanish for Bale is. He is remaining at Real Madrid, which means that the dressing room is going to be screwed. Yes, I will get to 7-3, and this is just what's going to have an issue. So straight off the bat, let me get people's thoughts on this right now. So let me start off first with your boy A1. So A1, do you think that Bale remaining at Real Madrid is going to have a worse effect? Because let's not talk about 7-3 yet, but Bale staying at Real Madrid, how much will this affect the morale going forward? Or do you think Zidane will actually use him going forward?
I can't see Zidane using him going forward, to be honest. Actually, maybe if Real Madrid are struggling during the season, and I think that might be a last option, but I highly doubt it. But seeing as Zidane before he left, he wanted him gone. You saw the Champions League finals. I know he scored the Champions League before that when I was in Cardiff. He didn't start him. He wanted him gone. He left. Then Zidane came back and he still wants him gone. And he's still here. And I'm hearing that it was Perez that wants Bale to stay. And if Zidane doesn't get Pogba, for example, and Bale's still there, I can see Zidane just walking out again. So, yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Abdullahi, your boy Bale staying at Real Madrid, is it good or bad? Do you think that Zidane will use him, or do you think this will be bad morale for Real Madrid?
I don't think Zidane is gonna use him because Zidane doesn't like Gareth Bale. There's a war between Zidane and Perez. It needs to be fixed. The first war was Eden Hazard. That was the first war. Now they've gotten Eden Hazard now. The second war is Paul Pogba. If Perez doesn't go Paul Pogba, I can assure everybody here, Zidane is gonna quit. He's gonna resign for the second time. He is gonna go.
Wait, what? So you said Zidane is going to resign?
Exactly. If he doesn't get Paul Pogba, I'm saying it right now, Zidane is gonna quit. He is gonna resign. he wants Paul Pogba, but Perez doesn't want Pogba. So he said he wants Bale to stay. And Zidane said, I do not want Bale in my plan. He's not gonna play with me. No matter how you force me, I'm not gonna use Bale.
Okay, all right,
So
okay.
Perez, the president has to make a decision. Do I want him to stay or do I want him to go?
Okay.
That's gonna be a problem. Like what everyone's saying, that's gonna be the last option Zidane is gonna do. Do I use Bale? Do I put him on the bench? Do I not even use him at all? That's gonna be a huge issue between Zidane and Perez. It has to be fixed before the season begins. If the season starts and this keep on occurring, I can assure everybody Zidane is gonna quit for the second time. He's not gonna come back anymore.
Okay.
I'm serious right now.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Ahmed, thoughts? Bale's remaining at Real Madrid.
Well, if he does stay and Zidane fails to negatively affect the team, I think Zidane will use him. Even though he's not gonna want to, I think he's gonna prioritize getting. I think he's gonna see that.
Yo, Ahmed, your mic is a bit messed, man. I think you need to fix your mic. Your mic is a bit messed, so we're gonna come back to you. But your mic is a bit messed. Dahir, thoughts on Bale and Real Madrid? Okay, I don't think his thing is working. Hardcore. Bale staying at Real Madrid, how much is this going to affect team morale, or do you think Zidane will actually play him?
I don't think it will affect him at all. I think he's a Champions League winner. And that's all you can do. Well, he's a perfect player to
Oh, so again, you said because he's a Champions League winner.
Yeah, I mean, he's part of one of the legends. Like, he's literally in that of legend. That it has to be one of Champions League.
So you don't. Okay, all right. Okay, move. Okay, Juju man, thoughts?
Bell staying. Look. I don't blame Perez. I don't blame Perez. I would seriously. Like you look at that team, Vinicius, Lucas Vasquez, and who do they even have? Like
Easy, Juju man, be respectful. Be respectful. Juju man, be respectful.
Go in.
Rodriguez
and Hazard doesn't even look like a football player right
Wait,
now.
Juju man, no. Juju man, wait. Hold up. Juju man, relax. Juju man, first of all, before you finish, you're talking to a top 3 player. You realize that you're talking to a World Cup semi-finalist, and you're talking to a top 3 player. You do realize that?
Yeah, but we know that Florentino takes this stuff like personal. Like the way Hazard is just doesn't look even fit, and he's just like his touches are heavy. For a second, I mean, it looks like Lukaku. He looks like Lukaku because his touches are too heavy, and it's like, and he's on the FIFA cover. I mean, how's this guy like? Look, that's why I don't blame Florentino Perez because I would keep Bale. I'll be worried because Hazard is your main guy. He doesn't even look fit. So from this perspective, I mean, I would just keep Bale because like they don't have anyone and they can't get anyone. So it's like just keep him.
So
what comes to us?
Okay, so
Like,
man,
what
okay.
comes-
First,
Yep.
2 things. First thing, are you saying that Hazard is a break? He's unfit. What is your assessment on Hazard? Because I'm a bit confused.
Look, Hazard, I like the player, but I mean, I really like the player, but he just, I don't like how this guy is so undisciplined. Like he just shows up like overweight in the summer, and he's an athlete. Like
Bro, Judgman, it's pre-screen. Bro, Judgman, relax. It's pre-season. He'll give you 25 Gs this season. He'll give you 25 Gs this season. 25 Gs and 12 assists. Are you happy? 25 Gs and 12 assists.
He won. Just a comparison. I won't go a lot, but there's a guy in France that's working really hard right now. He's been getting all this bad media attention, but he's working hard. So
Who?
Neymar is
Okay. Shut the hell up. Okay. Move. Shut. All right. Red. Thoughts on this man, Bale and remaining at Real Madrid. Do you think it will be bad morale? Do you think Zidane will play him? Do you think it's just going to cause a massive friction for the upcoming season?
No. We actually touched on this on Talking Tactics last week. When Asensio got injured, essentially the player on the right wing, there's now a vacant spot. So we need somebody that's gonna play that role. And I told you it was either gonna be James or Bale. So with Asensio getting injured, and we even said about the Chinese deal, they didn't want to pay any money. It was just about they just want to take over the wages, which for us that would be a really dumb deal to take because we can get money off of Bale for just a little bit patient. So I wouldn't be surprised if we keep him on, raise his value, and then ship him off maybe in January when Asensio comes back from his injury. So yeah, but I think this just guarantees that James is now leaving. James, if Bale would have signed, then James would have stayed. But yeah, so it's not gonna be too bad for the dressing room.
Okay.
Asensio might not be back though by January. They're saying it could be a whole season injury.
Yeah, so
Bale
he's
could
out
stay
for
a
the whole season.
Yeah, then in that case, no, we don't know because they said the same thing about Hudson-Odoi, and he looks like he's going to come back soon. We don't know how it's going to work out and how bad the injury really is. It's just early reports. So either way, Bale could stay a whole season at that point. Not a big deal.
Okay.
There's a vacant spot in the squad. Before it was Asensio. We had to give those minutes to Asensio because he wanted to start, and he was part of Zidane's plans. But now Asensio is injured, so Zidane is going to have to change his plans, and we're not going to go out and buy a right winger when we have a great right winger right there. And HHG just said last week, like, he has still a great season in him. We all agreed that he has still a great season in him, so he can give that from Madrid now.
Okay.
But can't he didn't talk?
Wait. Easy. No, chill. Move. No, wait, chill. We have to move on. All right, Saswat, keep it brief. Thoughts, Bale remaining at Real Madrid. Do you think it's going to work?
I mean, I think Bale will only play the Copa del Rey games, maybe 1 or 2 La Liga games. I don't see him playing any more games. Also, Bale's presence we have already seen that it has already created friction between Perez and Zidane. So I kind of agree with Abdullah. If Zidane does not get Pogba and he does not have full control over the team, then I think he's going to resign. Because that was the terms.
Resign? Says who?
Yeah. No, I think so because Bale has already started creating friction between Perez and Zidane. You have heard the reports, right? So Perez is not trying to go for Pogba, but Zidane is wants Pogba in his team, and it's just a back and forth situation right now. So I think if he doesn't get Pogba, I think the friction will just increase. And Bale, him staying, also Bale won't be fit for the whole season. We all know that. So I don't think he'll be much use unless they go to the Champions League final or something.
Okay, all right.
So, yeah.
Okay, Manny, thoughts? Bale and remaining at thingy. Will there be friction? Do you think Bale and Zidane can kiss and make up and maybe do something amazing for Real this season? A treble, maybe?
I mean, for me, I think it should be obvious. Bale is still world class. He's probably top 5 in his position, right wing, if he starts. Yes, he is tough. He's better than Hazard. He's a better player than Hazard, as we speak.
Man, shut the hell
Zidane,
up. Shut the
it's
hell
the
up,
truth.
man.
It's the truth. Hazard scored a bicycle kick in Champions League final. Wait a minute, he hasn't even made a semi-final. But let's go on. Zidane, first of all, I mean, you have to stop being arrogant and realize you have one of the best wingers in the world who always performs in the Champions League. And then you're gonna just, because of some emotional thing where you felt like it was like a trust issue he has with Bale, like he feels like Bale goes behind his back. Then he's gonna just let's ship him to China. It's like, come on, it's almost like an arrogance to him. It's like he has to just, and that's part of his job as well. As a manager, you have to be able to recover the relationship with your players, and if something goes wrong, try to fix it, try to resolve. But he doesn't seem like he cares to do that. So he's very arrogant. Just because of his 3 Champions Leagues, but he would be stupid not to play Bale.
No. 3 in a row. Don't just put that like that's like some kind of side. Oh, just because it's 3 Champions Leagues, 3 in a row. Have some respect. And he's a World Cup.
3 in a row. Three in a row though, but you still doesn't mean you have to be stupid. It's like even if you've won 5 Champions League in a row, you can't be that stupid to just I have a disagreement with him, so sell him. It's like, no, he's one of your best players, and he makes the difference. So I think if Zidane doesn't fix his attitude, it's gonna be a stupid, and I hope he gets sacked. I hope he finishes terrible and he gets sacked because of it. Because it's just
What
stupid.
the hell?
Manny,
Okay, no. Okay, then easy. No, Abdullah, chill. We have to go to everyone. Chill. Wait, chill. Abdullah, chill. Muntaha, thoughts?
Bro, first of all, people are reacting on the subject of Gareth Bale. First of all, we all know that, okay, if Gareth Bale won't start the game, the reason we didn't sold him, bro, because China, like some Chinese team, they're giving us £0 in terms of transfer fee. Are you kidding me, bro? At least I need something, bro, like in return from Chinese league. They said, okay, we'll carry on your contract, what Gareth Bale has now, and we'll do that for you. Sorry, man, we are not like some small clubs, from EPL or somebody. So, like we are going to
Oh,
give you
damn.
like no, bro, that's
Every
fact,
day
bro. No,
EPL,
no, no, no.
EPL.
Listen to me. So the reason is that, like for me, Gareth Bale was always clutch. In big games against Atleti away last season, he scored. He made it 3-1 in Champions League. He keep on scoring. The problem was like not just Gareth Bale. So what I want, like to keep Gareth Bale like a game changer or impact sub from your team, and he can play on the right flank. At times, can play as a centre forward as well for you. Why not? I'm happy, to be honest, and I want that. I don't want Gareth Bale to leave my. Yeah.
So, do you think Bale can have an impact for you this season?
Like if he's fully fit, and which he was last season, but he didn't play that. He didn't started that many games. I think so. He'll be fully fit, and like he might have some impact. Big crucial games of La Liga, especially away games, likes of Atleti, Barcelona. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. He
So,
will.
before I get back to, because I know some guys need to speak, let me just do some super chats first. So, super chat from your boy, Yusuf Dafu. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Yusuf Dafu, who says, "How is Jamie Lannister better than Ronaldinho?" I believe he's referring to Neymar, who is Jamie Lannister in there. I will not go into any details, but anybody who's watched Game of Thrones will know. Let's just say incest. Original base Annie says United should take a gamble on Gareth Bale. I think they should. I think they should. I think that would actually be a very worthwhile gamble to take. So I don't believe I heard Nish's views on this. So Nish, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, like I have like several thoughts on it actually. I just got here when Juju Man started talking, but like the thoughts I have on it, nobody's shared yet, dude. I think what's happening is that Madrid actually want Pogba. They saw the state of the midfield, and they're like, I think what's happening now is that they're like siding with Zidane and that they need reinforcements in the midfield, and obviously the number one choice there would be Pogba. The thing there is that like I think United want replacements for Pogba, like namely Sergio Milinkovic-Savic and Bruno. But the thing is that like those transfers aren't done yet, but I think they want to get those transfers over the line before they sell Pogba. And the thing is that like we were ready to sell Bale, but if this Pogba deal does not like go through, I think that's why they put this Bale transfer on hold. Because
Pogba's not going anywhere.
Manny,
Forget
quiet,
about
man.
that.
Manny, just shut the hell up. Nish, finish your thing.
I mean, yeah. So like Monty said, if Pogba is not going to go anywhere this summer, then Bale's also not going to go anywhere. And also I agree with Monty because to a certain extent about Zidane. I mean, he's acting like so arrogant. I think this team like needs to start James Rodriguez somewhere. I don't understand this grudge against James because James is easily like, if not like Bale aside, James is the best right wing option for Madrid. I think he's also the best number 10 option for Madrid.
But Nish though, isn't Hamilton's best position number 10 rather than
Yeah,
out
yeah,
wide?
and he's exactly, and he's also the best number 10 option for Madrid right now because James fits the system much better than Isco fits the system. So even as a number 10, he's still Madrid's best option. And if Zidane continues this grudge and benches James, then he's not like a great tactician that people like make him out to be, dude. Let me just be honest right now. I mean, he's nowhere near Guardiola or Klopp's level. Let's just be real. I mean, those 3 Champions Leagues, especially the second one, it was because this Madrid squad was like the deepest in history. It might even be the best like squad ever to win a Champions League.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, dude. Let's be real. Let's not give Zidane credit. I mean, even Lucho Enrique won a treble, dude. So whatever, man.
Dog Lucho.
No, man, quiet, man.
Wait, one last thing.
Okay. So Nish, just round off. Just Nish, just round off your thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna round off with actually a question, and I have a quick question for you. Maybe we don't get to it in this hangout, but maybe it's just food for thought. So what if Zidane does get sacked early, and Mourinho becomes coach of Real Madrid?
Okay, let me announce that right now. Uncle Mo is waiting in the wings. He's waiting in the wings, and because basically I've got like a documentary ready. Like I've got the film ready, everything. I've got a documentary ready because I believe that Uncle Mo is going to deliver the 3rd CL. That's the thing. But he's just waiting in the wings because if your boy Uncle Mo comes in because he was robbed of a CL in 2012. He was robbed of his
Yeah.
ACL many times in many situations. Although Drogba is the most clutch striker of all time, that's for a different discussion. But my thing is, if Nkunku comes in and delivers a CL for Real Madrid, I think we have to end the discussion for managers. I think then Fergie is irrelevant now. Like if Nkunku wins one more CL, Fergie is relevant. Then Mourinho is categorically the greatest manager of all time. Categorically, like therefore there's no more discussion. Wait. Let me bring in your boy Axel because he has to talk. So Axel G, quickly brief your thoughts on Bale and Real Madrid.
Bale and Real Madrid. Basically, wait, can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. So my thoughts on Real Madrid. Well, like I've said before, I was speaking to Montaha before, and is that I think even though I think what Zidane said about Bale was a bit unprofessional, still it's Zidane's team, and he has control over everything. Because like starting of this summer, Zidane has been in control of this, in control of the whole of the signings and Paris. I feel like Paris
Thank you, Axel, bro.
kind of taking a back seat to what Zidane wants, and that's why Zidane wanted to go after Hazard. That's why Zidane wanted to go after Mendy, and Zidane wanted to go after these players. And since it's Zidane's decision, and this is Zidane's team, and like this is Zidane's team, so Zidane is right for like wanting him to leave. It's just like the thing is like, how do you get him to leave? Of course, there's all these deals with China and all that, but like looking at what happened with Atletico Madrid, it's like I think it complicates everything now. It's like, okay, now we have all these issues and like, but the defensive issues as well. So it's like, do you keep Bale or do you not? Because now it's like this season it's very important for Zidane. Even though like of course he won all the treble, he won he didn't win the treble, but he won the treble of Champions League. He won all these trophies, but like, I think it's going to be really intriguing. Like, who they if they take out Bale, who will they?
All right. Okay, let's run off. Okay, so let's move on right now to we can't move past the subject. We have to address this. 7-3. 7-3. Now, that's an ugly scoreline. Let's not mince words. The only thing Real Madrid have is a preseason, and I will get to what the Real Madrid fans have to say about this when we get there. But this, my humble opinion is this: is that I'm worried. Zidane is a horseman. Zidane is my idol. Zidane is one of my heroes, and I am very protective of one of my heroes. I am very, very close and attached to one of my heroes. I don't want Zidane sacked. I will not allow Zidane to be sacked. It will not happen to be sacked. I have a duty to protect all of my horsemen. I have a duty to protect my horsemen. And I do not want Zidane to get embarrassed and disgraced this season. But I am very scared. I am really, really scared that this could be a very ugly season for Real Madrid. Because anybody who opens their mouth and offers any support for that brick Karim Benzema, I need you to please exit this hangout and this live chat, please. If you still support Benzema and you still think he's relevant, please see yourself out of this the front door of this thing, because I have no time for useless people. So 7-3. Let me start first with Abdullahi. Should Real Madrid be worried for the upcoming?
What about me, man?
Oh, sorry. A1. Sorry. So A1. Should Real Madrid be worried for the forthcoming season after they got pimp slapped by their derby rivals?
I think so. Yeah, they should be worried.
How worried?
Very worried because they look all over the place, and the fact that
it's pre-season, man. It's pre-season, man. Chill.
No, but it's pre-season, but you can't lose like that in pre-season. You can't. 4-0 in one half, and Diego Costa a hat trick in one half. That's you can't do that. And it's not a thing where Real Madrid were playing their young players. They were playing a pretty strong squad, and they looked all over the place, and they got like outplayed by a Diego Simeone team, which is very, very rare. Diego Simeone outplays the opponents. Usually, Atletico.
Oh no! Wait! Sorry, A1. Actually, Los Colchoneros said it was actually 5-0 at halftime. So.
Oh, that's even worse.
It was.
That's even worse. And you're getting outplayed by a Simeone team. Simeone, who likes sitting back. He likes absorbing pressure. But his team were going at you, and his team were beating you 5-0 up. by half time. That's bad. That's very worrying. Very, very worrying. And yeah, they should be worried.
Okay. That's a very okay. So if you're going to make a prediction of where Real Madrid what they will do next season, right now, what is your gut feeling? Treble,
They're not winning
double.
nothing. They're not winning nothing. They're not winning nothing.
A1, chill. A1, no. A1,
Nothing.
come on. They have
They're not
Zad.
winning
They have
nothing.
Zad. They have Zad. Please. They have Zad. Come on.
But
A1, they have
what
Zad.
What did Zad do yesterday? He was up against Trippier.
Oh my.
Was it against Trippier?
Okay, look, A1. Zad just needs to lose a bit of weight and he'll be fine. Come on.
Oh my. but still, man, they're not doing nothing. I can see him finish second, third, with no Champions League, no nothing.
That's harsh. Okay,
it's the most reality. It's the harsh reality.
Abdullahi, thoughts?
Double H, I'm very worried for Real Madrid. I am very worried.
Why?
It's preseason though. I understand, but the way Atletico Madrid came out to play Real Madrid, oh my God, I am so worried. If they can play with this intensity when the season begins, I'm even worried for Barcelona right now. If Atletico could play like this when they play with Real Madrid, if they play the same way, the same intensity, the same aggressive play with Barcelona, with Real Madrid, I'm sorry, Double H, they are winning the La Liga. They are winning it. If they play this way, they came out with aggressiveness, with determination. No,
but it's only preseason. It's a friendly. Abdullahi, this is only a friendly. It's preseason. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I know it's preseason, but look at the way Real Madrid play. Look at the way Atletico Madrid play. There is a difference. The back, there's Sergio Ramos in the back. No coordination in that defense. No coordination. We can't put all the blame to Eden Hazard. It doesn't show up. If the defense is very sloppy, how do you expect an attacker to show up? If the defense doesn't fix themselves, how do you expect that attacker to show up? Nope. It's gonna be zero. Zidane has to decide who is my best starting 11. Who is gonna start? Who is gonna sit on the bench? Who am I gonna start? I keep saying it. If I see Karim Benzema starting again, I'm sorry. I don't think Ahmad is gonna win anything. Yeah, I don't know.
So you're saying no trophies, trophyless? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
If I see Karim Benzema starting again, I'm serious now. They are winning nothing. They are going to trophyless. I don't know why Zidane is trusting Benzema. I have no reason why he's trusting Benzema.
They're both Algerian.
If Benzema will see a free post, he will play. He will bulldoze it out of the net. Tell me, what kind of striker is that? I'm serious. What kind of striker is that?
Okay. Let's move. Okay, we have to get other guys in now. Okay, so Ahmed, thoughts? Real Madrid, how worried should they be?
Well, okay. I was at the game. I attended. I got tickets. I went to the game.
Wow.
And we should be very, very worried at that performance because sure, it's preseason. Sure, you can say the game doesn't matter, but it's about how we played and how we lost. We conceded 5 goals in one half to a defensive side like Atletico Madrid.
No, Ahmed, let's stop that talk right now. This is a new Atletico Madrid. Griezmann and Godin are the past. This is now the João Felix-led Atletico, and Simeone has said, I am building a new team.
They're still transitioning. They're not even they're still in their own preseason. They're still in their process of transitioning, but they beat us so badly. And sure, there were some positive. Like I thought Kubo played well, and what I saw from Hazard, I think he will get better. From what I saw moments from Hazard, but not a full round game. I think he will get better. I'm confident in Hazard this season. But with the whole Bale situation, I didn't get to say what I thought. I think Bale staying will have no negative effect on the team, and I think he'd be a useful asset to increase squad depth throughout the rest of the campaign. And a more important decision is also the goalkeeper situation. The whole Courtois versus Navas and the Casemiro, because without Casemiro, our defensive midfield is trash. And we saw that last season. We saw that in this game. Without Casemiro, our team will get smoked against anyone.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Before I go to Axel, can you stop the Marcelo Hazard insult? I'm looking at the live chats right now. Stop it. It's not funny. It's rude. Respect a multi-Champions League winner. Respect the best player at the 2018 World Cup. Stop it. Axel, thoughts, Real Madrid, how worried should they be?
How worried should be? To be honest, even though it is a preseason, it does put a bad taste in the fans' mouths. Considering that the preseason, it's kind of like people see it as a way to like, okay, like this is like what to expect. Here are the players that we can at least look to see who are going to be good, and here are some of the players that we shouldn't be excited about. Like so, from that performance, I would say that it is worrying because come on, you can't let you're Real Madrid. You cannot let another team score 7 goals on you. Like you're Real Madrid. Like that's unacceptable. But then also like we should consider that like Real Madrid have always like they've never really been good at the start of the season, but they always towards that second half of the season, like around the February, like that's when we see Real Madrid at their best when they get there. But like so far, like Real Madrid not being good at at least the preseason or at least the first start of the season, like that, it's kind of normal. Usually, kind of get better towards the end, but game right now, it's not a good PR move,
Okay.
obviously.
All right. Okay. All right.
Well,
Hardcore.
preseason isn't over for Real Madrid. Don't forget.
All right.
Oh,
Hardcore.
really?
Okay. Hardcore.
Okay.
Hardcore thoughts. Hardcore thoughts on Real Madrid. How worried should they be?
Don't whisper too.
Okay, hardcore is not there. Jujuman, how worried should Real Madrid be? And Jujuman, have some respect. First of all, Jujuman, before you speak,
Yes.
let me remind you that Zidane is a World Cup winner, a Champions League winner, and a Champions League winner as a player, and he's one of 5 horsemen, and he's one of the greatest players in the world. So before you speak, have respect for who you are referring to. Now,
Yep.
speak slowly.
As a coach, Zidane is look. The one thing is, I look at Zidane, I look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I look at Frank Lampard. These coaches, they do not appreciate.
No.
I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue.
No. I'm stopping you there. Jojiman, I'm stopping you there.
Yep.
How dare you put Zidane in the same category as Lampard and Solskjaer? Are you sick in the head?
They're rookies. They're rookies. Look, people like the problem I have with Zidane. Like I'm not hating on the guy. Like it's been 2 years I've said this guy is. I mean, I give him credit for the 3 Champions League. I mean, even though other managers worked on that team, I give him credit. But people do not appreciate like the amount of work you have to put to get that top level job. Zidane just got it, and now he thinks he can call the shots. Florentino let him pick Hazard, and Hazard doesn't look good right now. So with the Bale thing too, like that's why like he's bringing back Bale because I don't know, we're not sure about Zidane's decision. And the other thing is with this season, Madrid. I mean, I think their main focus should be the league. They can't let Barcelona win another league. Like it can't happen. They have to even contest for the league. They should be their main focus.
Okay,
Champions League.
What do Real Madrid win next season? Tell me, what trophies do they win next season? What happens? What's your gut?
Realistically, I mean, Copa del Rey. Do they even have a squad depth? Yeah, yes, they have squad depth, but I can't see Modric and Kroos like going an entire season like consistent the
no
entire
Champions
season.
League. So no Champions League. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It's all on Hazard. No, with Bale now, they have a Champions League. With the tournaments, the league it's over. They're not winning another league. Copa del Rey and maybe semis or quarters in the Champions League, but they're not winning the league because. I mean, and Zidane too. It's like he's just going to spam crosses. Like his team, like they should use Zidane to get the players, and after Zidane gets all the good players, they should get a proper manager like Pochettino, or someone who has pedigree.
Okay.
You can't just give rookies.
Okay, Jujuman, you finished. Okay, hardcore. I guess you just chill. But Jujuman, let me just remind you that the manager you've insulted and you've abused won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. I think that seems to slip your mind, but fair enough. Wait. Okay, hardcore. Can you please speak up because you're whispering? So hardcore, give us your thoughts on what Real Madrid do next season.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you.
Okay. So you're talking about Real Madrid's defeat to Atletico, right? The 7th.
Yeah, and we'll say that. How worried should they be coming into next season?
I don't think they should be worried at all. I think they should be very confident going into the season. I think we all have to understand. Let's just go back to memory lane. 15, 16. 15-16, Atletico Madrid played Real Madrid in the CL finals and they lost to in a big difficult game. And also in 13-14, Atletico Madrid lost to Real Madrid 4. My point here is
Hardcore, speak a bit more highly, be more higher. People can't hear you, man.
I said my point here is, are you listening,
Yeah.
guys? My point here is, and this is my point. Real Madrid in difficult moments know how. This is not preseason. Is not a difficult moment. This is like it's babies playing against giants. You get what I'm trying to say? And then when the babies score like a couple of goals, they start getting so excited. That's this is not Champions League finals. This is preseason. All right. Just remember that's why they call it preseason. The reason why they call it preseason, I'm gonna define that definition. Pre means before. Pre means before. The suffix of pre means before. So that is my thing here is because pre means before, everything that's pre is not important in the world. Let's just be honest. Even in football, it's not important. If it's the
Gems,
season,
Barca, facts.
Okay,
if it's
okay,
the
okay. So
season,
Hardcore, just tell me what do Real Madrid do next season? Just tell me what do they do next season? What do they achieve next season?
I think by the end of the season, they're gonna click, and I've seen this time and time again. I think they'll do well in the champion. They
So
just
so
make
so
it
so so is it
a bit.
treble, double, what?
I think they could get a double because Barcelona are just bottle job, and we all know this.
Okay, all right.
Um,
Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so before I get to Nish, let me just do a few of these super chats.
HH, you forgot.
No. I need to just do a few of these super chats. Don't worry, I'll get back to you. So Ayusaf Dafu says, who is more likely to get sacked, Solskjaer or Zidane? I say Solskjaer. Mohammed Aslam with the 199 super chat says, HH, £50 super chats if you do a Mo Salah apology video. Mohammed Aslam, give me the £50 because I already did a Salah apology video already, so why me that £50 next time? Ayusaf Das says, are we all going to ignore that Juju Man is Somalian?
I'm not.
Okay, two things there. Wait.
Somali,
Wait.
not Somali.
Two things there. I know Juju Man's accent, and I know that Juju Man is either from Zambia, Zimbabwe, or that kind of region.
Kenya.
So
Kenya.
I know that kind
No,
of
I'm
accent.
not.
Just chill. And also, even if he was Somalian, I have many Somalian friends, so I don't know what the issue is.
Somali, man.
Sorry, many Somali
Yeah,
friends,
man.
many Somali friends. So yeah, I don't know what the issue is. Nish, thoughts on this? Real Madrid, how worried should they be going into next season?
Okay, yeah. Actually, you know what? This is gonna surprise a lot of people, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed the reaction to our loss the other day. I think Barcelona and Bayern Munich fans care more about Real Madrid than they do about their own clubs. Let's see. I read something from AS, and apparently Jovic's tenure at Real Madrid is already a failure after 3 games and limited game time. They're already saying the signing is a failure and he's not going to do anything. Well, okay. Let's see. I think 17-18 preseason we lost 4-1 to Man City and we still end up winning a Champions League. This team doesn't even take league games seriously. We lost 3-0 to Barcelona in the Clasico before winning the Champions League that season. So I mean, you can take what you want from that, dude, but I honestly could care less about the L's that this team is taking. I mean, let's look at it analytically.
Okay. But Nish, because we have to get rid of guys. So, what do you think they will achieve next season based on what you've seen? What does your gut feeling tell you of what they can achieve next season based on if they don't buy any players and this is the squad that they have for next season? What will they achieve?
Oh, I mean, we're not going to win anything next season, but it doesn't matter. So look, I mean, when Bayern were undergoing a transitional phase at the beginning of the 11-12 season with Heinkes, I mean, everybody remembers the Heinkes for that Champions League, then the treble, saying they were invincible. But when he first came to Bayern, they didn't win anything at the beginning of that in that 11-12 season. Where we're Liverpool when Klopp first came there, and they were undergoing a transition of phase. I don't think they did anything in their first 2 seasons either. So I mean, this is to be expected when a team is undergoing a complete revamp. So it really doesn't make a difference even if we go trophyless. Like, I mean, the Barcelona fans can jack off to it, but I mean, it's not really a concern for me.
Okay. Red, thoughts?
Yeah, Nish hit the nail on the head, man. Like it's preseason. It's like I understand that it looks bad, but if you want to really analyze it, once we brought on the subs in the second half and we're on a different team, and we reacted to the match, we scored 3, they scored 2 in the second half. That was with a whole different team. So if you again, like, the team wasn't match fit. We were on a promo run, especially because Hazard was in Quebec, EA offices, FIFA cover, all that stuff. We haven't even started the season, and people are calling us failures, and Zidane should be sacked. He hasn't even had he hasn't even started the season. So I feel like people are overreacting, like grossly overreacting, and acting as if this is a big deal. Because if my memory serves me correct, like 2 weeks ago, Arsenal beat Bayern 3-1. It could have been worse. Is Arsenal better than Bayern? Are they better than Bayern? Should Bayern sack Kovac? Do they need to spend 200 million? Chelsea's under 21 beat Barca 2-1. Like, does Valverde? Do they need to buy Neymar? Do they need to buy more players? Like, come on! Like, the people are overreacting. It's preseason. The problem is that Athletic came in with match fit. They came in ready for La Liga, and they thrashed us. And it's our fault because they caught us slacking. We should have went in prepared. Had we been prepared, and we would have, this result wouldn't have happened. And Zidane, yes, the only reason why James as a number 10, because you guys were talking about that earlier, he doesn't play in Zidane's systems because Zidane plays a 4-3-3 with a DM, not an attacking midfielder. 2 box-to-box and 1 DM. And we didn't have Fede Valverde or Casemiro because these two are still on vacation because of the Copa. So once they come back, of course, the team's going to have a bit more stability. It's going to be okay. It's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, man, we move.
Okay. Saswat, briefly, thoughts. How worried should Real Madrid be moving forward?
Yeah, I don't think they should be that worried, to be honest, because it has to do with Simeone changing his tactics. Zidane actually thought that Simeone will stick to the same tactics that he has for the last 8 seasons or so, but he immediately changed his tactics, his team, which caught Zidane off guard. So it's basically Simeone's new tactics that Zidane couldn't cope up. Also, one of the main key blocks for Real Madrid's that three-peat was the defensive block, which was provided by Casemiro. He was missing, and Nacho, who actually was in mistake for 5 of those 7 goals. So I think when Varane and Casemiro will be back from wherever they are, vacations or so, and they will have a full team squad, I think they can do something in the Champions League. I don't think they're going to win anything. Maybe a Copa del Rey. Maybe they'll get to the semis or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think Real Madrid fans should be that much worried.
Mane, before you speak, keep in mind that you're talking about a World Cup winner, a horseman, and one of the greats of the game. So be very respectful with the words that come out of your rotten mouth. Now speak, Mane.
Yeah, for me, this is an ominous premonition. Really, it's the new normal for Real Madrid. Don't expect them to reach any semifinal anytime soon. They're done for, basically. Their new era is mediocrity, making top 4 in La Liga and not performing in the Champions League. For number one reason, first of all, they bought a support player who they think is gonna reach them to the Champions League heights that they once were. Hazard cannot win you anything by himself. He's proven that year in, year out. He's not that guy.
Wait, Mane. What did Chelsea win this season? Remind me again what Chelsea won this season. I think I forgot. What did Chelsea win this season? What trophy?
I don't know. It's not on TV. It's not on TV where I am. It's irrelevant. So
okay.
Yeah. So the main thing is you cannot win anything with Hazard. Hazard actually should be begging for Bale to stay because Bale is the only person there that's capable of delivering the results that Real Madrid expect. So I don't think people should just learn to accept. It's a good game for them because they can finally learn to accept what the future holds because that's what Real Madrid will become. just another club struggling to
Oh,
maintain
and you're a fortune
relevancy.
teller. Yeah, you're a fortune. You're a
To
fortune
maintain
teller.
relevancy in Europe, and finally,
Yeah,
if they want
finally,
to
round
survive,
on, man.
finally, if they want to survive, just stay out of the way of the big dogs, the new kings of Europe, Manchester City. Just stay out of our way, stay out of our way, and you'll be all right.
What had Man City done in the Champions League to be called big boys?
Okay,
What had Man City
okay,
done?
Muntaha.
Mane has blessed us. Mane has blessed
Wait. Okay, Muntaha. Thoughts.
They are not big boys yet. They haven't won the Champions League.
Let's
So
not
that's
force
Bro.
Bellingham
First
to
of all,
Let's
like,
not force
bro,
Bellingham.
like, you know what, bro? What happened? Yeah, before this game, we had caught up on the meal, bro, and then we came to this game, bro. So in a sense, we was like playing relaxed. We wasn't fit. We wasn't focusing on this game. To be honest, this tour was for us a marketing tour. From like Canada to US, it was like completely marketing, and it has nothing to do with this guy Simeone. This guy's coward, bro. You know what? Because this guy knows that he cannot beat us in competitive fixture, and I give him his smartness at that time. Okay, let's go with high intensity game. This is not a Champions League final, so why should I should play like a Champions League final? Okay, fine. Do you think same thing Atletico Madrid will going to come against us or Barcelona or any other team in La Liga, big team? No, this guy's coward. This guy's going to sit back. This guy is just trying to experiment something, and luckily it was like clicking for him. Everything was clicking for him. On top of that, bro, Nacho literally, costed us 5 goals. Bro, like for me, I never said that this guy is like, starting, this guy was just a utility player. We didn't have Rafael Varane. We didn't have Casemiro. Now people can see that now, like, because like except the Madrid fans, some of these guys, like they used to think Casemiro was a bum and all these guys. Now they can realize that how crucial it is. And for me, he's like literally one of the best DM in the world football right now. People don't rate him. People rate Kante. Now you can understand the value of. On top of that, bro, I'll just tell you, man, you have to be relaxed. This is pre-season. And not every team comes with a high intensity. Look what happened. We suffered from 2 injuries. The way we played against Arsenal in second half with intensity. What happened? Asensio got injured for flipping 1 year or 9 months. Bro, sorry, man. I don't take this thing. What do you call it? Lightly, but yeah, but that's a kind of signal for us. Okay, if you can't defend properly, so like you must. On top of that, Liverpool lost to 3-0. Defending European champion lost 3-0. Nobody will talk about that stuff. No, because
it's not 7 goals. It's not 7 goals.
No, wait.
7 goals, nearly 10.
Listen, bro. Listen.
Wait. Let me land.
7. Okay. No. I'll teach you some mathematics. Listen to me. 7 goals. He scored 3 goals. How much was the difference? 4 goals. So in a sense, we consider 4 goals overall. No. You have to see the overall the picture.
Man's trying to do as for mathematics, bro. 7 goals you conceded, and they could have scored more.
Okay, but Muntaha,
and how many goals?
Wait. Muntaha, tell me very briefly, how well do you think your boys can do next season? Your gut
I
feeling.
think so, bro. Bro, still I believe, man, this team can win La Liga, bro. People are overreacting on it. You know why? Because Barcelona, they had 500 million they have spent it, and they cannot win Champions League next season, bro. Are you kidding me? They have their whole priority. They are prioritized UCL, bro. They won't care about La Liga much. Yeah, if they can win, that's a good thing for them. But I think so. Barcelona will focus on Champions League. They won't give that much shit to La Liga, bro. I think so that's a kind of opportunity for us and Atletico Madrid to capital.
Okay, so
yeah, man, you can do that.
So I want to now touch upon Tim's. So Tim's is apparently going to join either Inter Milan or Juventus, but it's most likely that Tim's is going to be joining Inter Milan. Now, Conte has come out and he said, look, I want to buy Tim's, and I believe that Tim's is the right for our club. United, you're taking a big risk. United have now decided that by United agreeing to allow Tim's to go, they are saying we're now going all in on Rashford. Now, someone said Rashford was the new Mbappe, or someone said Rashford was the English Mbappe, something like that. So,
that is an insult. That is an insult right there.
No. So that's what I heard. And also, chill, guys, chill. Also, very briefly, side notes. Guardiola said that a dude called Philip Foden is the most talented player he's ever seen. Okay, and I want to know I want to know what Pep is smoking and who paid him to say that. That's all I want to know. So let's sort of, and guys, let's just keep this brief because we also have to get to a few other topics. We have about 10, 15 minutes left of this live stream.
Prime time, Pepe.
So A1. No, we'll get to it, but very briefly, Lukaku. Do you think he will? So two questions. Do you think he will be a success at Inter Milan? Should Man United sell him?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so
I think he will because Conte really wanted him. He really wanted him at Chelsea. He's got to get him at Chelsea, but something messed up or something to do with his agent, and he ended up going to Man United. So Conte was furious about that because that was at the time when Conte wanted his signings and he didn't get them, and Lukaku was one of them. Hence why he left. So he's at Inter Milan now. He wants Lukaku, and everyone knows at Juventus he didn't get the signings he got. He left. At Chelsea he didn't get the signings he wanted, so he left. So I'm sure Inter Milan know if Conte doesn't get the signings that he wants, he's gonna leave. Innit?
Okay,
Like,
and are you saying that United are right to sell Lukaku then, that they should go all in on the English Mbappe?
Well, I don't want them to sell Lukaku because I like Lukaku at Man United. But if they sell him, I'm sure they're going to try and play Rashford up front or maybe Martial up front or that Greenwood guy, the 17-year-old. They might play him up front. So I think they have a few options.
Okay.
Up front as well. So yeah.
All right. So remember, guys, let's try and keep this very brief because we have like a few topics to get through. So very brief. It's two questions. Do you think he'll be a success at Inter Milan, and is it right for United to sell him, Abdullahi?
Yeah, it's a good fit for Inter Milan, Romelu Lukaku, because I remember very well 2017 before we win the league. Antonio Conte wanted Lukaku. Mino Raiola was the agent when we wanted to get him. So Mino was telling Chelsea to pay 85 million. Marana Granaskia said, I'm not gonna pay the I'm paying 70. Mino Raiola said he wants 15 million. The Chelsea back off. Granaskia said, no, I'm not going to pay that 15 million euro for you if I don't get 70 for Lukaku. Lukaku is my former player. He just went on loan and came back. So you expect me to play 85 for him, and after 2 years, he doesn't perform. I'm not going to pay that money for him. That was what caused the disagreement between Antonio Conte and Chelsea for Lukaku. So now he's getting in my Inter Milan. He knows what he wants. He wants to get Lukaku in Inter Milan. Badly, he really wants him. And it's going to be a big mistake for Man United selling Lukaku because people are saying Lukaku doesn't know how to touch. Lukaku is a very, very good player. Very, very wonderful player. He is a very good player.
Easy, like, very wonderful. Just easy there. Easy.
Yeah. So people we just because Lukaku doesn't. He has a bad touch. He has this, that. Lukaku is. I can assure you, all Juventus fans should be worried now. Lukaku going to Inter Milan with Antonio Conte. They should be worried now.
Okay.
They're buying Dele, they're buying this kind of player. Juventus should be worried now. Conte is getting Lukaku. He knows what he wants. Lautaro Martinez with Lukaku. I can't wait for that.
Okay.
Please. I cannot.
All right. Okay, so wait, so before I go to Ahmed, guys, remember in the stream, like the vid. It only takes you a few seconds. Help to support the greatest football show on the planet by liking the vid. Just hit the like button, smash the like button, punch the like button, do whatever the hell you want. Just hit the like button. Hit those likes and get those likes up. Please hit the like button to support this show. Ahmed, keep it brief. Lukaku to Inter Milan, is it a good fit, and should United sell him?
I think Lukaku would fit in at Inter mostly because of Conte. I think he knows what he's doing. I'm very confident in his ability. And for United, I think it's a good deal because they need to change from what happened last season. And I think it means getting rid of some players, even though Lukaku hasn't been that bad. I think he could be, like, they should get rid of him and try to find new replacements or have more faith in Lingard and Rashford.
Okay, all right. Axel.
Okay, so the first question, will Lukaku succeed in Inter? I think he will do pretty well in the Serie A, considering how slow it's a more slow pace than it is in the Premier League. And I think also since Conte really has a lot of faith in him, because Conte really wanted him at Chelsea when he was there, so I think Conte wants him for a reason. So having him there, I think having him Conte's system will be really well. And should Man U sell him? I think they should, depending on what they get in return. If they get either a lot of money or if they get Icardi, because I think a lot of people are, where would Icardi fit if Lukaku goes, or would he leave?
No,
because I've been hearing
Juventus. Icardi is going to Juventus.
No, it's fine. So,
He's going to Juventus.
Basically, I think he'll be good at Inter and Man U. It would be good for Man U if they get either a lot of money or if they get a swap deal for Icardi.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Hardcore. Lukaku, Inter Milan. Good fits, bad fits. Give it to me. All right.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a good fit. His aerial ability is really good, and I think this is really good for Inter. It pains me to say that Inter Milan is getting a world class player, unlike which I can't believe it. Um, but I think he's a quality striker. I think that's what Inter Milan has been missing, especially I think 2 years in the Champions League. They needed that guy who is very good aerial ability wise, who could score with this. I think with the guy, he has strength, he's physical, and yeah, like he's for me. I think he fits Conte's bill. To be honest, I really do think he's more of a Conte striker. I always said it. Even when he came to United, I was like, this guy's a Conte striker. Because Conte usually likes strong strikers with strength, physicality, and who have really good aerial ability. And he got that.
How many hours, man?
Okay. So Hardcore, just very briefly. So do you think he will fit in for Inter Milan?
Okay. H, can I say something to Mani just real quick? One second. Okay. So Mani, all right. Let me tell you something. Your team has zero UCLs. Okay? Just be honest. Just sit in your place. Your team has zero UCLs. Mind your own business and let someone speak, okay? Because you can be talking when you have zero UCLs, no history in your team, and you don't even have a legend in your team.
All right. Okay. Look. Also, Hardcore. Wait. Hardcore. Very briefly. A lot of people in the chat room are saying that. Are you held ransom or have you been kidnapped? Because people are saying that. Why are you whispering so much? So Hardcore, if you've been kidnapped, how can I help? I don't have that much money within me, but you need to speak up because it sounds as if someone has a bazooka to your head.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. Okay, sorry. I'm using my headphone. That's why you see me whispering. I'm using my headphone. So basically, what was the question again?
So basically, is Lukaku a good fit for Inter Milan?
I think he's perfect. I think he's always been a Conte striker, and I've always said it. He's always been a Conte striker, and I just feel like it pains me to see Inter get Lukaku, Sensi. Sensi to me, and don't get me wrong, guys, Sensi is literally way better than Arthur Melo. I'm just being on. He's dynamic. He can do free kicks, like corner kicks.
Why are you comparing to Barcelona, please?
I'm sorry, but I think Sensi is way better than Arthur Melo. But anyways, Lukaku is a perfect fit, and that's what I think.
Okay, cool. All right, Jujuman, thoughts, Jujuman.
So from the Inter perspective, I mean, Conte likes trash players. Giaccherini, Candreva, and now Lukaku, all these trash players, and then Sensi. I've never had that name until today. Then as for United, it's good riddance. Good riddance. They got rid of the teams. They got rid of teams. So this is good riddance for United. And I mean,
okay, wait, Jujuman. So Jujuman, are you telling me that the English Mbappe is better than Tim's? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Marcus Rashford, at least he can run. This guy cannot do anything. He's just there. He has his presence in the 18, but apart from that, he can't do anything. If he can't pass, his touches are heavy. He can't. I mean, he's not accurate on the ball. He can't even head the ball. What's his point? He's huge for no reason. He can't head the ball. Not good at penalties. Can't take free kicks. He can't do anything. I don't know why Conte likes this guy. It's just this is good move from United. From United, they got rid of Lukaku.
Okay, all right. Someone explains to John Owusu why he's called Tim's. In the thing, so someone explains to him. So, actually, before I go to Nish, don't worry, guys, with the super chats, I've seen what you're saying, but we will address those super chats at the end when everybody has talked. So guys, keep it very brief. Keep it very brief. Nish, Lukaku, Insa. Will it work? Yes or no?
Okay, so I'm keeping it brief. Yeah, so obviously the Lukaku, Man United, tenure, like it hasn't worked out. He's not a good fit for Man United. He's not hugely popular with the fans, and Man United aren't getting the best out of him. Lukaku is not a bad player. Let's just get that right out of the bat.
Thank you, Nish. Thank you very much, Nish. Thank you.
If you nurture his talents in the appropriate environment, you'll realize that he's actually a pretty talented footballer. And Lukaku, I think, if he fulfills his potential, he is a better overall footballer than Icardi, whereas Icardi is the better poacher.
Whoa! What the hell?
God bless you, Nish. God bless you, man. God bless you, man.
Icardi is the better pure old school striker goal poacher, but Lukaku is a better overall footballer, and maybe he'll fit well in Inter's system. Look, Inter are not going to win the league. Juventus obviously is going to win the league, especially if they strengthen with Icardi. But Inter can secure top four more easily than they did last season. That's what I have to say.
Wait, how is Lukaku a good striker? Like,
did you watch Belgium?
No, in what ways? Like, which attributes? Tell us. Tell us which attribute. Which attribute? Which attribute? This guy doesn't have anything.
Okay, wait, Nish, chill. So before I go to Red, Nish, just tell us very briefly why you believe overall Lukaku is a better footballer than Icardi. Let's go.
Look, it's very similar. It's very similar to the reasons as to why you can say Marcelo is the best footballer playing the left back position, but he might not be the best actual left back.
Nish, no. Nish.
We need attributes.
Look, Lukaku.
What is he good at?
Nish. Don't tell me you're comparing Marcelo and Lukaku.
No. I'm making an analogy. Okay, Lukaku is a better overall footballer because he's a more well-rounded footballer than Icardi.
How?
Icardi is the better goal poacher. Okay, Icardi will get you more goals in a season than Lukaku. But Lukaku can dribble. Lukaku can cross. Lukaku is better at hold-up play. Lukaku is faster. He's faster running with the ball.
Lukaku can dribble.
Yeah, did you watch Belgium at the World
I
Cup?
haven't seen that in my life. I don't think I've ever seen that.
If you don't think
Lukaku bodied Fernandinho, by the way, in the World Cup. He bodied him twice and scored.
Wait, Di Maria can dribble.
Guys, we have to move on.
Lukaku
Guys,
cannot
chill. We have to move on. All right, Red. Lukaku to Insa. Is it a good move? Yes or no?
One, yes, it's an upgrade on what they currently have, and it's a good move also for United because I want to see Martial and Rashford start to get the striker role. They don't need Lukaku; he's +2 requirement, and for Lukaku, it's perfect for him because he's going to go to that team that's going to utilize his assets. For Jujuman, you said that how is Lukaku? Like Lukaku is actually one of the best finishers on the planet if he's provided the right service. Because out of his 113 goals in the Premier League, I'm not going to talk about his Belgian stats because he's already Belgium's top goal scorer all time. He has 113 goals in the Premier League. 23 are headers, 31 with the right, 57 with the left. That's pretty insane. And he's only scored 6 penalties. 6 penalties. And 1 free kick.
How many for United? How many for United? How many
for United, let's see. For United, I have it right here. He has 28 goals in the league.
How many
20
seasons?
goals.
How many seasons?
2 seasons. 28
14.
goals.
14.
Out of 60, out of 66, out of 66 matches, and most of those are sub appearances. That's a goal point. Like that's a goal average every other game he's scoring. Like he's just, he's not even been given. He hasn't been playing the primary role. Like when he was playing for Mourinho, he was great. Under his first season with Mourinho, he was good. It's just later on under Solskjaer, he never really got the shine. Even against Barca, he was United's best player against Barca in the first leg.
Okay, so
his hold-up play was unrivaled.
So Red, tell me, how many goals does he score for Inter Milan next season?
I'm honestly expecting from him 28 to 30 in the league campaign alone.
Yes.
I'm not kidding. You guys, yes.
Ronaldo.
I'm telling you, 28 to 30 goals. 28. Look. Lukaku scored 25 with Everton. I'll remind everybody that he scored 25 with Everton in 16-17. He was incredible that season.
Man, you're trying to kill me, man. I almost choked on my food, man. Easy, man. Easy.
Okay.
28 to 30.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, Saswat. Lukaku to
Yeah,
Inter.
yeah.
Give us your thoughts.
Um, the weirdest thing is Conte actually is a counter-attacking manager, but there are different facets of counter-attacking. Conte is a target man counter-attacking manager, so which kind of like what Diego Costa was made him successful. Lukaku, for being a target man, a holder player, you have to be at least good on the ball. At least you have to hold the ball with strength. Lukaku, no matter he has strength, but I don't think he has the ability to hold the ball. So it's a weird thing. Maybe if Conte is changing his system at Inter Milan, then he will fit in. But I don't think with the current system, which Conte we saw in Chelsea, I don't think he's a good fit for Lukaku.
No, he's
Having
playing in
said that, I
3-5-2.
mean,
He's playing in 3-5-2.
Wait,
So
wait,
he
wait,
could
wait,
play
wait,
Lautaro
wait. Okay,
Martinez
okay,
and
so
Lukaku.
Stafford, you said it's not going to be a good
yeah.
fit.
No. If Conte changes the system and he plays with a support striker, then maybe it will actually take a load of Lukaku so that he doesn't have to be the target man. So if he, like I think Abdullah, who said that if he plays with the Lautaro Martinez, who's a perfect
Yeah,
support striker, I
Lautaro
think he's the
Martinez,
best.
3-5-2.
He's
Antonio Conte playing is
yeah.
3-5-2. So
Wait,
he's
wait,
going to
wait.
play
Okay.
Lautaro Martinez together with him.
Okay, I know, but Diego Costa was the target man in Chelsea. He was playing as a target man in Chelsea. I know
Yeah,
he had a
exactly.
support
But
striker, but
Lautaro Martinez,
Well,
Lautaro
okay,
Martinez
wait,
can
wait.
drop
We have some
deep
guys.
and
We have some
Lukaku
more.
can play front.
wait. So yeah, just one last thing.
Okay.
And if Manchester United want to sell Lukaku, they better get a cash because if they are planning to get a swap deal or something like that, again, it's the similar situation that Manchester United got in the last like 5 years or 6 years. They don't get the players that they want,
Okay.
that the manager wants.
All right.
So it's
Okay. All right.
basically like.
All right. Mane. Thoughts. Keep it brief. Mane. Keep it brief.
Okay, I think it's a good move just because I'm glad I won't have to see this bum ass again in my league. He's a disgrace. He's built like a construction worker, first of all. Why is he so bulky? There's no reason to have that much weight. And for anybody saying
Second
technique,
heaviest player at the World Cup.
what technique? Have you seen? There's a thread on Twitter. If somebody hasn't seen it, so Lukaku, it's so bad. It is terrible, man. He's terrible.
You can do that about any footballer. You could do that about any footballer. You could pick moments and just make them look worse than they actually are.
All those moments are from 5 games, by the way, and it's about 30 clips. But going on, talking about, it's going to be a good opportunity for Rashford. He's going to finally get the chance to be the main man in attack. He's not British Mbappe. He's much better than Mbappe. He's actually not just a merchant.
Mane, why? Okay, Mane, why would you say that? Mane, why would you say that? Mane,
He
why
always
would you
wants
say
English
that?
player.
Mane,
I'm trying to keep it brief. I'm trying to keep. Let me finish my point.
Okay, Mane, just round off your points.
Yeah. So he's much better. I think Rashford can finally. He's gonna score at least 20 goals this season if Lukaku leaves. But I don't know what Conte's thinking. You know, if you spend anything more than 25 million on Lukaku, it's a disaster. You know, but overall, I think he might work at Inter. But I'm just glad he's leaving the league. He's such a terrible player. But yeah.
Okay, so actually, before I go to Muntaha, you know, I truly, sometimes I truly wonder why people tune into this hangouts because some of the stuff that comes out of this hangouts, I'm trying to say, why would anybody listen to this stuff? But look, I'm okay. Wow, Muntaha, Lukaku at Inter Milan, how's it gonna go?
Bro, first of all, let's see how Icardi is. Icardi was he's a kind of player. He's a box player. Outside of box, he's literally a grandpa. He don't know how to even pass the ball outside of the box. So literally, this guy, like, if you get a team who can supply him inside the box or create for him, or this guy cannot even come back. Like, for me, this guy is just a kind of a liberty player. If you give him into like attacking team who don't have proper number 9 or poacher, a prop to find the space in the ball thing. So yeah, he's good for you. But in that contest system, no, Icardi doesn't have. Icardi playing style is quite limited in terms of Lukaku. Now let's see what Lukaku can offer for this Inter team. His hold up play is way better than Icardi, which Icardi cannot offer.
How many goals? Okay, Muntaha, how many goals?
Bro, I'll just finish it off, yeah? The space, even his dribbling skills are way better than Icardi. People don't have watched Icardi, bro. Icardi is just a box merchant, bro. He cannot, bro.
Thank you, Mutala.
How
Thank
many
you.
times?
Thank you.
No, how many times
Thank
Icardi
you.
have dribbled past 2, 3, or one at least and scored the goal? He scored volley inside the box. He just scored tap-ins, like headers and penalties. This is what Icardi is. Lukaku can offer you so many things. Lukaku is literally workhorse, bro. He for Conte team, he could be the what do you call a pivot, who can create for the wingers, for the fullbacks. So I think so, man. What do you call Lukaku is an upgrade over Icardi in this system and Conte system, and as a player as well. So I think so. 20 goals in the league. Yeah, Icardi can. Lukaku can.
But there are too many questions. But there are too many questions.
Wait,
guys, chill.
No, first of all, yeah, Rashford. Okay, Rashford. This guy's a pace merchant. I never consider him as a footballer. Sorry, man. Even Lukaku has a better footballing IQ than this bum.
Yes.
Bro, what happened?
And also, can I say one thing? Lukaku is a big dude. The bigger you are, the rougher your touch is. The fact that he has that kind of ball control is actually very impressive. People really like to hate on players. Yes, you guys like to hate on players and pick them out and single them out, and that's unfair. Because if you actually look at what Lukaku does, he's lethal. I don't know why nobody wants to give him credit for the Brazil game. People will rate Fernandinho and call him one of the best TMs in the world. But when Lukaku washes him in the match, let's not forget Fernandinho fell to the ground face first when he was trying to stop Lukaku. Why? How come he gets no credit? How come he gets no credit for that World Cup match?
Let me land. Chill. Let me land. Okay. Let's just cool, and then let me just help direct this whole discussion. Now, let me just give my brief things from what people have said. Now, I will still say that Icardi is still overall the better footballer than Lukaku. But, I believe Lukaku has a better footballing brain than Icardi. But the issue is Lukaku has been horrible in games. Horrendous. But he's also been amazing. I've never seen Icardi stoop down to the levels of brickness that Lukaku ever has. But I've never seen Icardi stoop to the heights that Lukaku has. So it depends what you want. Do you want a guy who is, consistent, pretty good, average, or a guy who can be horrible or superbly effective and amazing? But what I would say for Lukaku, which people don't give him credit for, he does have a great footballing brain. It's just that sometimes his ball control and his refinements and control of the ball can somehow let him down. So let me just get to the super chats first, and then I'll let you guys go. Okay. From Ash R, who says, who are you guys backing to lift the Champions League trophy? We will leave that towards the end of the show. So Ash, we will deal with that question towards the end of the show. Ash R, how much of a difference will Griezmann and De Jong make to the Barcelona side? Will they make the difference for Barca to finally win the CL? So,
Zero difference.
So, Abdullahi, why do you say zero difference?
Zero difference. Barcelona team are based on Lionel Andre Messi. That is the ethical of FC Barcelona. If Messi doesn't play in that team, Barcelona are done.
But Abdullahi, Griezmann is a World Cup winner and the Europa League winner. Doesn't that mean anything?
Antoine Griezmann is a supporting striker and is a winger. Antoine Griezmann can't play as a striker alone. You need Messi in that team for Griezmann to function. If Messi is done, if Messi doesn't show up, or Messi just like, I'm not gonna show up in this team, all those teams is gonna go down. We all know the last time Messi showed up in a team was 2015 when you have pick Neymar, pick Suarez, pick Messi that was in form.
Shows how awful playing Messi is.
Since then, no Messi. Griezmann and De Jong can never show up when Messi. If Messi doesn't play well, Griezmann and De Jong is waste of money. Messi has to function in that team because it is the basement of that team.
Okay, all right. So actually, my thoughts on that very briefly is, I think Griezmann will make, and they will make so much of an effect, but I don't think it's a big enough effect to win a Champions League. I think for them to win a Champions League, they need Neymar. Neymar is needed, and I think a Busquets replacement is needed, and I think they need a top tier defender. They messed up not having De Ligt, but Griezmann and De Jong are both two good additions. You need to beat Liverpool or to beat this new look Juventus or a new look Bayern you need more than that. Griezmann is a sideshow ball. He's not really a main star. Original base Annie says, I thought HH was going to take off his glasses. Yes, I was I was about to take off my sunshades when I heard some of the stuff that was being spewed about Lukaku scoring 30 goals this season. Craziness. And K.O. Khalid said, what about Liverpool FC's preseason games, man? So are we going to... Them losing 3-0 to Napoli, does that mean anything?
It's only 3-0. It's not 7. 7 bad, but 3
No,
preseason.
no. All of our front three was missing. So obviously that is our main key ingredient.
Yeah. Sassuolo and Jujuman. Do you remember that? Yeah, Rafael Varane and Casemiro and Carvajal didn't play.
Yeah,
Carvajal
I
played.
literally said that. Yeah, I literally said. No, I literally said that. Wait, I said.
Okay, well, guys, chill.
No,
Guys, chill. Okay, look. Okay.
Bro,
Wait, chill. Sassuolo, chill. Basically, briefly, I think for Liverpool's preseason games, I think, look, I've already said my whole thing about Liverpool is like they are yet to make a marquee signing. They need to make a marquee signing. And I think the issue now is whatever they do in these preseason games don't really mean anything to me because I should have seen a star player come into this team to now see how they were going to pretty much roll in and go through. So that's just my issue. That like I do not know why the hell they haven't bought anyone. And I think people say it's the owners or someone. It's crazy.
No, club said he doesn't want a player.
No, it's not the owners. It's not the
wait.
Let's
Chill. Let's move on. We'll move on. Okay, Nicolas Pepe. Briefly now, Pepe has now moved to Arsenal. Well, most likely he's agreed terms with Arsenal, and it is most likely that he's going to be joining Arsenal. From your assessment, how good of a signing do you believe this is, and how much do you think Pepe is going to help Arsenal? Abdullahi.
Can I go first, Blake?
Go for it, bro. Go for it.
All right, good, thank you. Yeah, we all know Nicolas Pepe is from Ivory Coast, and we also him playing at Lille at French League.
Mm-hmm.
So Nicolas Pepe is a very good player, but my problem is with Arsenal is instead of Arsenal spending money on a defender, he's spending money on a winger. Are you kidding me? Really? You want to tell me Mustafi, Socrates are the best defender in the Premier League? No. Are you gonna tell me that? Mustafi and Socrates Papastopoulos is the best defender. Instead of you guys spending 80 million or 70 million on some a top tier defender like Van Dijk, someone that's gonna come in that defender and shout on the defender.
They don't have the money.
Better. Make them
Abdullahi, they are poor. Abdullahi, they don't have the money, bro. They are poor.
Wait, they don't have the money to buy a defender, but they have the money to pay for 80 million for Nicolas Pepe. Are you kidding me? No. They can't tell me you have the money to pay for Nicolas Pepe. You can't buy a defender, a common defender. No, common defender. If buying Pepe, if they do not make top 4 again, Double H, you need to induct Arsenal. I'm serious at that. You need to give it. I'm serious. Buying Nicolas Pepe, if they do not make top 4, take them to Siberia.
Okay, all right, man. Ahmed, Pepe to Arsenal. How good of a transfer could this be for Arsenal?
For Arsenal, it's gonna be. Can you hear me?
Yes.
For Arsenal, I think it's gonna be really beneficial. Like they're gonna improve because
really
throughout
beneficial.
the majority of the season.
So what? Pepe is world class. The way you're trying to tell me?
No. He's not world class. But for Arsenal, from where they are now, he's gonna take them places. It doesn't mean they're world class because Arsenal, towards the end of the season, were lacking more. Especially defensively, they lack a lot. But in terms of offensively, they were also lacking towards the end of the season when they needed to win those few games or at least like get some kind of results. I think their main problem will be defensively, still, but this would be very useful to their attack because if similar to Liverpool, you say if Salah doesn't have a good game or Mane doesn't have a good game, you could have another winger like Dembele. For Arsenal, they need more people that can get that G, not just Aubameyang and Lacazette. And Pepe would be really good.
Okay, Axel.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good signing for them, even though they still lack a defender. Like their biggest issues are the defense, but still, still they'll have. I think for me, they'll have one of the most exciting attacking in the league. Like, they'll have to start them. Like, I think Emery's gonna start them all. Like they're gonna have like a front three with Aubameyang, Lacazette, and then Pepe. Which will be really exciting, and I think it'll bring more competition, and it'll make Arsenal, I think, more of a threat. But still, they lack defense. They lack that defensive signing, but yeah, overall, good signing for Arsenal.
All right, hardcore. Pepe to Arsenal.
Sorry, hello.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
hello.
Pepe to Arsenal. Pepe to Arsenal.
Um, this is what I'm because I heard about this there, and this is what I'm gonna say. Nicolas Pepe. Think about it this way. Arsenal have 0 UCLs. Do you think you're really gonna win a UCL with Arsenal? Think about
They're
it.
not even in Europa League.
Nobody
No,
asked about.
Wait, come on.
no.
Let him land,
Hello.
cause let's hardcore land. Let him land. Let him land. Let him land.
Thank you. If he went to Chelsea, it would have been way better because I think Chelsea need a winger, and they have more history than Arsenal does in London. And it's just facts. Chelsea's the best team in London right now. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mm.
Um, and the reason why I'm saying this is because players like, for example, Danny Ceballos, how can you go from 13 UCLs to 0 UCLs like just so quickly? You know, so it's just too funny. It's too funny how these guys can go from 13 to
This
0
guy is
UCLs. Like, are
weird.
you kidding me? And this is what I would say to Nicolas Pepe. There is Bayern there. Bayern need a winger. They have 5 UCLs more than Arsenal. Why not go there? Why not go to a club that you know can perform in Champions League, you know can win the biggest competition in Champions League, can definitely give you playtime, and they literally need a winger. It's history. Go to UEFA.com, check Nicholas Pepe. Go to UEFA.com, UEFA.com, and see, bro, is Arsenal part of the list of names that won the UCL? Are they part of the list of names that have won the UCL? No, they're not. They're not even part of the Europa League names, and it's sad. And that's what it all
Oh.
comes to.
Okay,
And I
okay,
keep
okay. All
saying
right,
this.
okay, okay. Hardcore. Thank you,
No,
thank you,
no, no.
bro.
Let me just end, AJ.
Okay, okay.
Let
All
me
right.
end with this. Okay, this is just my final saying to all the viewers and everything. Let's be honest here. If you give all those good players that Arsenal and City are wasting, literally, that are world class players, and you give them to Nottingham Forest, I bet you Nicolas Pepe goes to Nottingham Forest over Arsenal.
Okay, okay, no, okay, okay, okay,
What
okay, okay.
the
We're moving on.
hell?
What?
What?
Okay, okay. Jujuman, get in there, get in. Okay, Jujuman, thoughts on this? What the hell?
On Nicolas Pepe, I think they've already mentioned the Arsenal need new defenders and they need a new manager too. I think because after last season, after not qualifying for Champions League, if Arsenal are a big club, they should have consequences for Emery. But good signing so far. I rate Ceballos. I rate Ceballos highly. I think he's a good
So
midfielder.
wait, so can Arsenal win the league next season?
Oh no, the top four. They're now reaching. They're now reaching. Their goal is to get fourth. Their goal is to get fourth and maybe
Wait, Jujuman. How can your goal be to get fourth? That makes no.
Because what's he called? Like Emery is not a good manager. He lost to Chelsea in a game
He
that
has 3 Europa
they should have
Leagues.
won.
He has 3 Europa Leagues.
Yeah, and playing Thursday night.
Wait, guys, chill. Let Jujuman speak. Let Jujuman speak.
Playing Thursday night and Saturday. I mean, that's tough. It's tough. That's why they'll struggle because of that Europa League Thursday night game. And if they improve a defender, then they can that fourth position they should be fighting with Chelsea. But that's their goal, and then maybe one domestic trophy, and that's a great season for Arsenal.
Wow. How the mighty have fallen from winning doubles, flopping in the 2006 Champions League final to now fourth is now their aim. That's quite a fall, man.
I mean, it's been for 10 years.
Nish, thoughts? Pepe to Arsenal.
Yeah, I think one of the most remarkable phenomena in football is how a player's career can nosedive before it even takes off. So let's see. I think to answer K-Trey's question, the reason that players like Danny Ceballos and Nicolas Pepe would want to move to a club like Arsenal is playing time. Okay, the squad is weak. They can easily get
Or
into
you
the
can
first
get that
11.
in Bayern. You can get that in Bayern.
Let me land.
No,
Let Nish
You can
land,
get that
man.
in Chelsea.
Look, no, you cannot. The top teams right now, all the top teams in Europe, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Juventus, Real Madrid, they all have established stars. They all have wingers there who
Okay,
are
what winger
ahead of
does
the pack.
Bayern have? That's world class. Tell me.
Okay,
What
so
winger does Bayern have?
Pepe, he's going to start most of the games this season. He's going to be playing in the best league in the world. He's going to be developing. even Europa
Are you
League, I think
kidding
like
me?
some
A
of these
team who has
games,
0 UCLs?
a
Wow.
team
Wait,
like
let him
Team
land.
Europa,
Let Nish land. Let Nish land, man.
and even in Europa League, like that's not a bad experience for a player like him. If he has the ilk, which people make out to be, then eventually, yes, he has to move to a bigger club once he develops, once he refines his talents, which still needs to happen. So yeah, if he's using Arsenal as a stepping stone, then like this could be a good move.
Okay, red.
Yeah, I rate this move. I rate it. I feel like it's good for him. He gets to go to a team and he can prove himself. Like if Arsenal, similar to how Van Dijk like went to Liverpool and in Salah and like and Mane, and they made an impact on the team. I think they made an impact on Liverpool on Arsenal. Like if they start just building a squad because they like Aubameyang is not going to be a long term solution. He's going to be moving on soon. They have like Lacazette, Pepe, Iwobi's coming into the zone. Yeah, like they could have a solid squad. Maybe if they don't get a center back right now, but they get one next season. I mean, it could be good. All they need right now is just to get back into the Champions League. Once they get the Champions League money, they can go out and spend big on a great defender instead of buying a quick fix. They also got Saliba, which hopefully that turns out well for them, but he's going to be loaned out, so we're not going to see him until next year. So Arsenal are kind of building for the future. Even right now, it wouldn't be smart to them to invest big because the league is locked for either Liverpool or City. So for them to go and spend big and try to compete with them is going to be insane. You can't do that. Only I think United are in a position to spend that kind of money and go for the title. But I don't think Arsenal are in that position yet. So they should just focus on getting to the Champions League, increasing revenue, and yeah, just start building up consistency and higher standards for yourself. So yeah, Pepe to this, like I rate it. Like and just because like we always criticize Griezmann for being a sideman at Barca. Why don't we rate Pepe for going and trying to be the main man at another team? And Arsenal have the platform. Arsenal, contrary to what people believe about them, they're still a big club. They still have a large platform where you can perform on and you have eyes on you. So yeah, no, I rate this move. Good for him.
Oh, okay. So
But
wait.
Dominic,
Easy. No, we have to. No, Abdullah, chill. We have to move on. Let's move on. But before I get to Saswat, super chat here from original base Annie who says, "Barca is like that meme. Ah, my chest." What meme is that? Is that a meme with Aki and Popo, the comedians? All I'm saying is this with original base Annie. If Messi needs that Champions League, and I am very fearful that I don't think Messi will touch that Champions League unless he brings back Xavi and Iniesta. I think I am fearful that is the case because I told you Griezmann is from the road.
You know he's talking about me, right? He's not talking about the team Barca.
Oh, sorry. Oh. Look, hardcore. Yeah. Just go back to Barcelona. You're hardcore Barca, not hardcore Milanista. Just go back to hardcore Barca, man. What the hell? Just go back to
No. Messi broke his heart. Messi literally broke his heart. That was why.
Okay. Saswat, thoughts. Pepe to Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, he has definitely shown flashes of like what talent he has. Like he's not a very expansive player on his ability set. He's not very expansive, but still he's a very effective player from what I've seen from him in Liga. But at the same time, I think I agree with Jujuman. Emery has this habit of buying attacking players all the time and never working on the defense. We saw the same with Sevilla and PSG as well. So maybe he's continuing with the same trend right now. Maybe they will make an impact, maybe they will not. But at the same time, if you are playing in the Premier League and you play one long ball, and then it's done. Basically, it's done. So yeah, he might make an impact. It doesn't matter because if Emery is still the manager and does not buy any at least settled defenders, then I don't think they're gonna make it into top four. Maybe because Chelsea are looking good right now. They have an established like set of like tactics which they want to do in the upcoming season. So
okay,
maybe I don't think so.
All right, Mane.
From what I've seen of Pepe, I think he's still very raw, which is surprising. For somebody that's 25, almost 25 years old, well, 24 years old. He's very raw. He's a decent dribbler, has good pace. But for me, I think he dribbles too much. He misses opportunities to create chances for his teammates. He makes a lot of mistakes. He seems like a player who's 18 years old. That's how he's playing. He's playing at that level where, yeah, he doesn't see openings. It's almost like he's trying to prove himself all the time. He's like, just play the best pass if you see it. Stop trying to dribble past everyone And for Arsenal, I mean, it's another support. Is he even better than Iwobi? I don't know. I don't know,
Wait. Why
honestly.
do
I
you have
don't
to
know
do
how
it?
these
It
people.
will be like that. What do you mean? Like, is he even better than? Just relax with Iwobi, man.
I mean, I think he still has a lot to learn. Maybe Emery's the right manager for him because he sees that and he sees that he can improve him. So maybe it's the right move for him. But is he a very good winger? No. Is he even a? He's basically like a. I don't know. I would even say he's good enough to start at Everton. He's a young player that is very raw, very unpolished. He has a lot of work to do, in my opinion.
Okay.
There's not much difference between Everton and
Okay.
Arsenal right now.
Muntaha.
Yeah, bro. Just now, what Mane described. Yeah, You know what? Actually, he described Raheem Sterling, Nicolas Pepe.
Okay, first of all, it would be
Let him land. Let him
idiotic to even make that comment. It is idiotic.
Look, it's not idiotic.
Is it as idiotic as saying Rashford is better than Mbappe?
No, it is facts. When they met this season, Rashford eliminated Mbappe, as I remember correctly.
Listen.
Okay,
Don't get
move
triggered,
on,
bro.
move on.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to you, man, this guy is just a glorified Raheem Sterling. Yeah. Okay. So if he wants to play, fine, because I think so. Arsenal is a a stone for him. I can't see him as a permanent destination, Arsenal. Because look, because this is my theory, and this is what it's actually a fact. Because Napoli was also linked with this guy, and like he was a bit convinced to join Napoli, but at the end, he said, "No, I don't want to join Napoli." So the reason for that is like one simple reason: because Napoli owner is too stubborn. Supposedly, if he goes there and function well in that and keep on scoring goals in Serie A and become one of the star players. So I think so. This guy, De Laurentiis, I guess, the owner of Napoli, will like say 150 or 160, something like that, some idiotic, amount for the Nicolas Pepe. So I think so. It was the right decision for him for the time being, to go to Arsenal and play for. And yeah, man, like for me, I think so. Like Arsenal was one of the destination, and it's a good place to go there to improve in the fast league and how you can with the decision making. Though he needs to work on that, I think so. He's a good player, to be honest. And yeah, that's the thing. But one more thing: if Arsenal expecting a kind of trophy by signing Nicolas, I think so. They are in the wrong direction because you cannot have a trophy just by adding Nicolas Pepe and Ceballos. You need to have a defender. So yeah, that's my
Exactly.
thought.
No class defender.
No, no.
Mustafi,
Yeah,
Mustafi and Socrates are best defender.
HH. But right now, if you see for the top four, they might qualify for top four, and they have to actually, because these two players are really good. If they won't qualify for top four, please take all the Arsenal fan and the badge, yeah, Arsenal FC to the Siberia, bro.
I'm telling them,
Okay, no. Wait.
Talk to them.
We have to move on, guys. Chill, have to move on. I want to get people's views on this, so this might be the last before we do our final topic, our penultimate topic. Ribery. Now, there's a rumor about Ribery going to Liverpool and Klopp being interested in Ribery. Now, let me just tell you my thoughts, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Initially, it sounded as if it was pretty crazy, pretty mad. What the hell? Why do you want to why do you want to sign a 50-year-old? But Ribery as a plan B would be very useful for Liverpool because Ribery is experienced, he's super intelligent, and his playing style isn't predicated by his age. So as a plan B and someone to come in and offer Liverpool a different dynamic, I don't think it's that crazy of a deal. But my issue is this. If Liverpool roll into the next season and all they have is Ribery, then I'm going to put them under review because that's stupid as Champions League winners. But if it's Ribery and a number 10 and maybe maybe a right and left back, bro.
Left back.
I don't think it'd be that crazy. So guys, who thinks Ribery to Liverpool would be a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it's
no.
Okay. So I'll go to Jujuman first, then Nishta, then Hardcore. Jujuman.
It's a terrible idea because what's it called? Oxlade-Chamberlain will be playing, so they won't need Ribery. And Ribery, I mean,
he plays on the wing.
Yeah, true, but it's like have some standards. Like we can't just let old people come here.
Wait, Jujuman, that's like the third time you're being ageist. Respect your elders, man.
No, because Ribery is finished. Time is over. Liverpool should be looking for players like maybe English players or maybe other European players that should play instead of Ribery. I don't like seeing people that are past it getting opportunity. They should try maybe players in the youth team instead of giving Ribery, whose career is finished, time. They should find kids that are like they want the opportunity. So instead of Ribery, so I think it's an awful decision, and it's bad for someone's missing because Ribery there means another player that's coming up will miss his opportunity. So no, I go with the give the youth like the experience.
Okay, all right. Ageist. Nish.
H.
Well, mad disrespect once again, like from everyone to a legend. I think like Ribery like might be the second best left winger of all time behind Cristiano. Like
Nish.
this. Nah, 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 nah. I don't know. Like, let me continue with this agenda. So, this guy's an amazing player, and the thing is that like even at his age, the less game time you give him, and he comes on in like 70th minute, 80th minute. He plays fringe games where you have to rest Mane or Salah. I mean, yeah, it's a very good idea. I think he is even at this age, he is better than Shaqiri. So yeah, so Ribery is good move from Liverpool.
Okay.
I don't, but the only bad thing is that like I don't think they're getting a backup left back, which I think they need. And I agree they need a number 10, but it looks like they're not getting that either. So I mean, let's see what happens to Liverpool overall this season.
All right.
Yeah, just
wait.
Yeah, so
Wait, I'm gonna go. I'll go to hardcore then Saswat. Hardcore.
I think this is a brilliant move. I like what Ribery did here. It's called think before you move. That is the notion here. It's called think before you move. It's not just pick a random team, go in there, and they're just good currently, and they don't even have any type of big European competition trophy. Um, this is what I'll say. I think he would be an incredible sub for Liverpool. I think he's a really good player for he was a really good player for Bayern. I think he adds something to Liverpool in terms of pace. Um, and he knows what it takes to win a UCL. That's what's really important, that you have players who knows what it takes to win a UCL, unlike some of the bottle job teams in the football world right now. Um, but again, it's not me throwing slander or shade. I think this is a brilliant move, and I'm so happy he went from 5 to 6. That makes a lot more sense than going from 13 to 0.
Okay. All right. So before I go to Saswat, let me just shout out to our mod here, Mr. Natural Opinion, who says, and he's a Liverpool fan. Natural Opinion with the £2 super chat says, "I'd take Ribery, Robin, and Bat Simpson, bro." I would as well at their age. I would as well. Saswat, hit it. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what, unless he's coming for an assistant manager job, I don't think he's gonna do anything. Because obviously we need a left winger. Obviously we need a left winger. But Ribery in 2019, he was a legend. Ribery in 2019 is he's done. I don't know. I will take Kent any day over Ribery as a standard. Maybe he will come to play. Even if he comes, he will play the Carabao Cup or something like that. Maybe, but I don't think he's gonna make any. The man is so slow. The explosive pace that he had in 2013, it's gone. The crossing that he had in 2013, it's totally gone, which was one of his main strengths. And the man cannot even dribble right now. So yeah, so it's I don't think it's just a rumor. There are so many rumors that are going around right now.
Okay.
So I don't think it's gonna happen.
So last topic here before we round off this live stream. So this was a super chat that I said I was going to get back to, which is from Ash R, who says, "Who are you guys backing to lift the Champions League trophy?" So I'll start off and I'll see what you guys think. So if you're going to push me right now, you can't sleep on Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool needs to buy someone new, but how many new players did Real Madrid bring in on their treble run? You can't. I think Juventus look scary. Juve looks scarier, and Christina wants his sixth. He wants his sixth. So if it's me right now, the only teams I'm looking at right now are Juventus and Liverpool, and there's no other team that have done anything to excites me of lifting the day. Okay, so two teams I'm backing: Juventus or Liverpool. Juventus or Liverpool, with the outside shots being Man City, because Pep knows that I'm going to hold his feet to the fire if he can't win a Champions League without Lionel Messi. Abdullahi, who you backing for the Champions League trophy?
Wow,
Abdullahi, don't say
that's
Chelsea. Come on, bro, come on.
That's a big job. I don't want to be biased being a Chelsea fan, but Double H, we can be sincere. I will go for Real Madrid.
What?
Real Madrid. Yes, because Real Madrid they do not play in
the lost 7-3. Abdullahi, in case you didn't, in case you forget, they lost 7-3.
It's a friendly match. We know it's a friendly match. We know the history of Real Madrid. They do not show up in the beginning of the season. But once it becomes, don't let Real Madrid sniff knockout stage, quarterfinals, semi-finals. Once they get to the semi-finals, just hand over that trophies to Real Madrid.
But Abdullahi, can they do it without Cristiano? Can they do it without Cristiano?
Very possible. Very possible. It is Real Madrid. It's all about mentality. I'm still gonna choose Real Madrid ahead of Juventus because we know how they play. Real Madrid does not show up in the beginning of the season. You never see them show up. They may be playing winning 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-1. But once we clock in February, round of 16 in Champions League, Real Madrid turns off. People is gonna see the best of Real Madrid. You see the best of Hazard, the best of Bale, the best of a lot of players gonna show up. They know this is our year to shine. We need to make history.
Okay.
So Real Madrid turns up a lot in the second half of the season. They do not turn on the first half. So I'm gonna go for Real Madrid. That's my all-time favorite.
All right, Ahmed, who you going for?
Well, I mean, like just one team or like three teams, like you said,
No,
two or three.
If you had to pick, I mean, okay, because
Go three.
Okay. So if it's me, I'm gonna go for Juventus. Only pick one team. I'm picking Juventus. Abdullahi picks Real Madrid. One team.
Juventus, and then if I would say another one, I would say City after that.
Okay, Axel.
Even though I'm a Barcelona fan, I'd love to say Barcelona, but looking at it realistically, I'd say my top two are Liverpool, obviously, because like they won it last time, and then this.
Who? Axel. Okay.
Did you guys hear me?
Yeah. We lost you a bit. So you said Liverpool, then.
Oh. Okay, Liverpool, then Juventus. Yeah.
Okay. Hardcore.
I have three.
Oh god.
I have three favorites. I've watched the most historic competition in European football. I've researched it, I've studied it in history, and I always say you do not count out these small teams. You never count out these small teams. Even if a team doesn't have all the world-class players, most of the time, and I mean, this is the rough percentage of Champions League winners. The teams that mostly do well in the Champions League knockout stage most of the time are teams that have a slender, maybe let's say 2 or 3 stars.
What are the teams?
And they can go far. So this is what I'll say. I'll say Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. Number one, I'll say Chelsea.
What?
I'll say Chelsea.
Wow.
Chelsea.
Wow.
The reason why I say I think Chelsea has a
hardcore. You have to be brief here because we've got a lot of guys to go through. Just be brief with the names. So give us the 3 names. Be very brief. So Chelsea.
Okay. Yeah, Chelsea. I know he's gonna battle in the final, but I can see Poch doing his magic again. And actually, okay, no. Second, Real Madrid, and then 3, Pochettino's magic. Yeah, that's what's gonna.
Okay, all right, okay. Jujuman, who lifts the CL trophy, bro?
Yeah, 2 points first. With the 1 point first. With the players that are like Buffon and Ribery. The 1 point that I just want to say is when I see Buffon and Ribery getting minutes, I just think it's selfish that should be a younger kid playing.
Jujuman.
That's the point.
No. Jujuman. Buffon and Ribery are not the same.
All right.
Buffon is
okay.
a brick.
But kids should be getting. Guys should be getting.
League?
True, but Double H, people that made these guys that made all their cash, they made their career, they should be out. It should be someone getting an opportunity. No, like Buffon's getting the time in the Champions League. That should be someone's night, not Buffon's. Like he's being a selfish prick. And the Champions League, like after three teams that I'll mention right now is Barcelona. I'll start with Barcelona because I'm not even exaggerating. I think Frankie De Jong, top 5 midfielders in the world. I was amazed by this guy's preseason. I think he's
Jujuman, already. Jujuman,
yeah. I'm not.
Don't be a hype beast, Jujuman. Don't be.
No,
a
it's no
hype
hype.
beast.
It's no hype.
Don't be a
It's no
hype
hype.
beast. Don't be a hype
No, I'll go to this extent and say De Jong, unless something catastrophic happens in his career, he's guaranteed to make FIFA Pro 11. Guaranteed. He's too good. Like he's too good. And the other two teams, Man City and PSG. Man City. The main reason Man City is Pep. Look, you know what Pep is doing with all this.
Wait, Jujuman,
Yeah.
have you taken your medication today? Did you just say PSG?
Oh no,
Yeah, she needs to take it.
I don't have any meds. I just quickly. What's it called? With Man City, Pep, you know what Pep is doing? He's making a big deal out of his domestic accomplish and trying to cover up. We know, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to cover up his no. He's trying to cover up his Champions League failures. Pep hasn't been in the Champions League final since 2011. It will be is approaching over a decade, and this guy is trying to make his domestic accomplishment so big that so he covered up his mess. So I put City. Man City doesn't win the Champions League. Failure. Wait.
Just give me one.
And last one.
Just give me
Wait,
one.
last one.
Okay,
last one. Yeah. PSG. I mean, Neymar is working really hard. Like he's doing what I've been saying. He's working hard. I saw him training. He's putting a lot of hours. And with PSG, I think they were the favorite last year's Champions League. That game against United, Mbappe had a brain fart, couldn't finish. I don't know why. So PSG are still, even though everyone's discounting them, if I was the betting man, I would put my money on PSG because probably no one expects them to win, and they're still a decent team. They have improved. So those are the three teams.
If it is fit Neymar, I'm gonna go with PSG. But if it is unfit Neymar,
Neymar is about to have one of his best seasons.
Okay, Jujuman.
Fit Neymar.
I'm saying this for you.
All-time favorite.
Okay, guys, let's look. We have to move on. Nish, briefly, who lifts the Champions Trophy?
It's my team is like for my favorite is Juventus, and just for one reason is Cristiano. I don't really think they're that scary. In fact, I don't really think they're that much better than they were last season. But it's just the Cristiano factor, combined with the fact that there's not really another outstandingly strong team in this competition. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a narrow favorite.
But Nish, you're also missing out Ramsey and Rabiot, man. Those are signings, bro.
Yeah,
those are signings.
I'm Rabiot, and I'm not buying into the Rabiot and Ramsey hype at all, honestly.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right, Red.
Yeah, my number one favorites are PSG. I just don't see how anybody can cope with Neymar and Mbappe up front.
Wait, but Red, we all know that come February, Neymar's going to get injured. So why would you mention PSG? These guys are losers.
If he's injured, then yeah, PSG are going to be they're done for. Like I don't
But he will get injured in February.
Okay. I don't know. I doubt that he'll get injured 3 times in a row at the same time. I feel like the odds of that happening are just too low. So I don't know. Even without PSG, Liverpool have a good chance of defending their title. Because has anybody beaten Liverpool in the knockout stage before?
Nope.
Since the Klopp made it to the Champions League, nobody has. So I don't know if anybody's found the solution to beat Liverpool over a 2-legged game. And then third, it's 50-50 between Barca and Juve. Because those two, you just never can count them out. But I wouldn't. It's Bayern's a sleeper because I want to see how good Bayern are. Because the way they beat us, like in preseason, they didn't even have to come out of first gear. It wasn't even intensity. It was just like the cohesion, the chemistry between the players. I feel like that. They've been unlucky this past couple of seasons. I think they may come surprise everybody. So actually, they're third ahead of Barca and Juve. I feel like they have a better team.
Red. When you say PSG outplayed. I know everyone hates PSG, but they outplayed Liverpool. The only team to outplay Liverpool, and
Yep.
Neymar was there.
Well,
Even
Okay,
though
well,
everyone
okay.
hates.
no,
All
no,
right,
look,
okay. Thank you,
Juju
Jujuman.
man,
You've talked. You've talked. Mr. Man, Saswat. Who wins the Champions League
Yeah,
trophy?
obviously Liverpool are the favorites, but I think everybody's sleeping on the team that had the best transfer window. And I think they can do something in the Champions League. I think Spurs. Spurs can do something because they have the perfect press in the perfect position right now.
I
They have the
agree,
perfect
Sas.
defenders
Tottenham?
who can actually, yeah, Tottenham. Believe me, just think about it and just go and look at
Saswat,
the
I don't.
current team right
That's what I'm thinking about. It's you're telling me that's Tottenham, who
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much used Juju.
Just let me explain the point. You have for the Champions League. I'm talking about the Champions League. They don't have the team to win the league, even compete in the league. For the Champions League, which is a knockout stage, you need players who can perform in single games, knockout games. Yeah, so you have need players who can perform with intensity in
Don't
at
mention
least one,
Hurricane.
like
Don't mention
single game.
Hurricane.
No. Okay. So, let's just say Hurricane's still a potent striker. So they have Son, Mora, and Ndombele. Playing is a 4-2-3-1 with Sissoko, and if they play with an attacking Ericsson, then maybe it will be So they have the perfect player in the perfect position. Ndombele can also drop deep and play in this CDM role or other centered mid role in a 4-2-3-1, and they also have a backline who can actually defend. We have Vertonghen and Alderweireld who are very experienced right now, and
Okay.
also they have sold Kieran Trippier. They're only a right back away from winning the Champions League, in my opinion.
Okay.
The right back away.
Problems
All right. Okay.
are
So
no
okay. So
fans.
wait.
That's
So
your
wait.
problem.
Jesus. So
They
before I go to Mane, people have actually mentioned two names that no one is saying anything about. No one has mentioned Atletico. No one has mentioned Dortmund. Perhaps as your threats. Okay. Okay. Wait, easy. Chill. Mane. Who wins the Champions League trophy? Mane.
Listen, as long as we pay the higher ups this season, I think there's no one that can stop us. The only thing that stopped us last year was the
A
referee.
club with
The
zero
referee.
Wait, guys. Let me
We,
land.
we
Let me
got
land. Let me land.
then you
we got the message UEFA. We got the message UEFA. We have to pay the higher ups in order to move further. So we will do that this season. If that happens, I think Man City automatically we're the best team in Europe by far, best squad
no,
in every position.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, for sure. And the second team I would say is Barcelona. I think Griezmann is a
like
perfect
the
fit
empty hat.
for Messi. He takes off the weight. He takes off the weight
Wait.
of
Let me land.
Messi.
Let me land. Let me
Okay,
land.
could you stop interrupting me?
Come on, guys.
Okay.
Let's Mane
Anyway,
speak. Let's Mane speak. Just shut up.
yeah, I've waited 20 minutes hearing all the trash you talking. Anyway, so Griezmann, I think he's a perfect fit for Barcelona as well because he clears the space for Messi. Messi doesn't have to attack as much, and Griezmann is a good team player. You know, even though Dembele is a little bit of a brick a lot of the times. I think Griezmann is going to be the right attacking link where Messi can drop back a little bit. So it's perfect for Barcelona. I think they should be able to make semis, and I think they're second favorites after Man City. And after that, I would say maybe Tottenham, and the other teams are really subpar teams. So the other ones are a lower level than those three teams.
Okay.
Maybe Juventus, I'll give it to them. Yeah.
All right. Muntaha, take us out, man. Take us out, Muntaha. Take us home.
Bro, like first of all, yeah, like people are keep on Liverpool. This team, yeah, this team. If they win second time in a row, man, they're going to destroy this, light sky blue team, bro. Like they're going to destroy all the legacy, bro. What they have been preserved, what they have achieved by winning, so many Premier League titles, bro. I'm telling you, man. That ball head fraud, yeah, he's going to run, bro. He's going to leave this flipping English Premier League.
Tell
I'm
him,
telling you,
Muta,
man.
tell him.
Yeah. Now, secondly, bro, like for me, I think so. Liverpool best chance, bro. Like they have the best recipe, bro. They are the team who have midfield, attack, defense, bro. I think they're the most complete team right now in Premier League,
Yep.
in Champions League, bro.
I
I don't
agree.
think so, they can, they can kill the team, in
Wait,
10,
okay, so
20 minutes,
Muntaha,
bro.
you're not worried that Liverpool haven't made any new signings?
Bro, that doesn't matter, bro. If you see the intensity they play, nah, I don't think so. They need signing. They are perfect in signing in terms of they need, squad depth. Or you can say they need a number 10, but the way,
Yeah,
this brilliant mind, yeah. I mean, the club he plays, I think so. They don't need right now. But if they would have like, got number 10 kinds of Fakir or something like that, bro, that would be, cherry on the top of cake, bro. So yeah, that would be the same thing. But let's move on to second spot. For me, second spot, I think so. A fully fit PSG. fully fit Neymar.
Oh
If he's fully
my
fit,
goodness, that was
on
so
top of that,
much.
they have no, no. On top of they have signed Pablo Sarabia, which people don't rate him. He's like one of the top
From
midfielders in La
Sevilla.
Liga last
Is it
season.
the guy from Sevilla?
Yeah,
He's good.
Sevilla, and he's AM, so he might help Neymar, and build up play. With Verratti, you have with Paredes and Herrera. Okay, fine. And bro, on top of that, if you see the center back partnership, bro, Silva and Marquinhos, they have shown the standards in Copa America. They've
One
improved a
goal
lot.
conceded in the
Yeah,
Copa
exactly,
America.
exactly. So yeah, man, this team is like good, man. Like, how can people keep on ignoring this team? And fully fit Neymar, Mbappe next season. Oh my god. No, I think so. They have their second best team for me, and the third one, I think so. It's not going to be any other team. I think so. It will be either between Barcelona or Juventus. I think so. I think so. I won't buy the delete and De Jong hype, but I think so. Like in terms of Griezmann is a better signing, and for Barcelona, I think so. They have to find a replacement for Busquets, and I think so. They've gotten the replacement of Busquets, not exactly the peak Busquets, prime Busquets, but yeah, like he can work in the function in such a manner that he can play DM and help Barcelona. So I think so. Barcelona or either Juventus for the third spot. Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, that rounds
AJ,
up.
can I say one last thing?
Oh
One
Lord.
last
Okay,
thing.
Hardcore. One
Oh
last
my
thing. One
god.
last thing, bro.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm just saying this, alright. Whatever optimism medications that you guys are taking, I don't know how you guys are taking these optimism medications, because it's tremendous how a team of PSG's caliber has bottled so many times, but yet again we give them so many chances. Same goes with City too. So I'm just saying, if you're taking optimism medication, please let go of those optimism medications. Okay.
Okay. All
That's
right,
all.
Hardcore. Thank you. Thank you for that. Guys, that rounds up this thing. We will see you guys again. Remember, tomorrow is the debut of the football dugout show that happens on Monday. Next Sunday, we will ride again with this thing again. And I'll just leave it with this right now. If, and I don't think this will happen, but if Zidane somehow wins the Champions League without Cristiano
Oh my god.
back in his first season, I think Zidane needs to be crowned as one of the greatest ever figures in football history. And let me add one last thing. Let me add one last thing. If Uncle Mu returns
Yes.
back and delivers another Champions League and wins the Champions League with 3 different teams, he has to be called the greatest figure in footballing history, and he would have surpassed both Maradona and Pele. Peace out, stay true. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace out.